many familiar faces here. The design team have been working feverishly since 2017 on both cars. It is a journey that we are very proud of, having gone through it since it involves two of Proton's homegrown products. However, we realized also that we couldn't have done it on our own. In our collaboration with Ciri, I have to really thank two individuals, Peter Horbury, the Executive VP of Ciri Design Global, and our good friend, Guy Burgoyne, the GM of Ciri Design China, who have tremendously helped us in the development of these two beauties here, the 2019 Iriz and Persona. But as we all know, in reality, at the background of every great product is actually the commitment and dedication for what I call the dream team. They make the magic happen. The Proton design team, together with our partners, have worked together in a multi-cultural mix, multi-experiential mix, to develop these two cars over here and also in China. And it has been, indeed, a great partnership. Underpinning everything, to guide the designers, has always been our design philosophy. One of progressiveness, one of harmony, and definitely a spirited approach to the way we think and do things. Allow me to share with you the story of these two stars tonight, beginning with the exterior design of the Iriz and the Persona. As we know, the face of the car is one of the most important values. It's fundamental. And the delivery of the Persona is a refined presence. It is the elements of the new grille that you can see, and the bumpers as well, shows a very mature personality. Now, the Iriz, on the other hand, exemplifies the image of fun. It has a sense of youthfulness, fitting the target customers. Let's move to the side view. The Persona has a very modern outlook, thanks to the new square bumpers and lifted rear end, elegant, progressive. The Iriz retains its compact and unique proportions. You have to admit, it is a very unique proportion. But now it's more balanced due to the new bumpers and the black tailgate applique at the back end. Put it together. The rear end is also where the finishing touches are. Sometimes it's the little things that make the biggest impressions, like the contemporary presence of the Persona. The addition of the new tailgate spoiler right at the top of it adds just the right amount of balance to the rear. The rear of the Iriz, on the other hand, suggests the most significant change, that where the new bumper is supported by a black piano applique at the back, and the rear view is now more balanced and stable with a high perceived value. That's what we're always looking for, adding value to it. But ladies and gentlemen, we've just seen the overall look of the car. But as you can appreciate, usually it's the details that make the difference. And here is where we focus on our design concept of lightness and agility. Both the ethereal bow, if you have a look here, on both cars, and the infinite weave, which is the detail inside it, have been redeveloped from the ground up to fit a clear product differentiation between both cars. The personality fit is critical. Taut and angular for the Persona, very defined. High tension, fast and emotive for the Iriz. Now you put the entire front end ensemble together and you will have a face of confidence for the Persona. You will have a very different sporting line image for the Iriz. Purposeful, sporty, but both unique and identifiable in their own right. Ladies and gentlemen, to get a cohesive identity, the design team didn't just focus on the front part of the car, but also made sure that the rear received just the right amount of detail as well. Like the vehicle nameplate, a seemingly small thing, but of prime importance. The Persona nameplate may look like it came from the same generation before, but it has been redesigned from the ground up. Every single surface. Likewise, is the Iriz nameplate, an evolution of the previous design, but with a hint of red, and you can see it in the square box, to indicate an exciting future ahead for the brand. The Proton corporate identity, as you can appreciate, is undergoing changes. A significant element is the way we project ourselves. As a company, as Warga Proton, is the way we project the name of the Proton at the back of the rear. Highly visible, the letters represent intrinsic values that move the company forwards. On the Iriz is even bolder, a reflection of our spirit. Be daring, be bold, be proud where we came from. Part of our new identity is to have that family look, and you can see the similarities between the two cars. But like how we saw earlier, having this allows our products to be easily recognizable. Like these LED DRLs, for example, the daylight running lamps, functional yet aesthetically pleasing. But by having a family look doesn't mean that all the cars must look exactly the same. Each one must have a uniqueness. So even in the design of the wheels for the 2019 Iriz and Persona, you will see a clear concept to fit each individual's car's personality. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have looked at the highlights of the exterior design. It's now time to appreciate the finesse that the designers have put into the interior cabin, where obviously we spend the most time in. The interior focuses on comfort and style. These are the two guiding elements on how the interior designers look at the finesse and are enhancing what is already good and replacing what isn't. Take the seat upholstery, for example. It's now more modern, sophisticated, even unexpected in a way if you look at the patterns that we've used. Likewise, the gear knob. A simple thing, but it's now more comfortable, more practical, at the same time looking good, obviously. Improvements in our interior illumination, a small thing, but it's geared towards enhancing the user experience throughout the night. Harmonious, bright white lights lends to a high perceived imagery of each and every single component within the interior cabin. Personally, I find one of the most amazing improvements that we've done is in the rear view mirror. It's borderless, gives you edge-to-edge viewing unobstructed. It's almost like a jewel in the cabin. I think so. As you have seen, both cars already have two clearly defined personalities and styles. The Persona is elegant, airy, sophisticated, whilst the Iriz is youthful, sporty, and embracing. So ladies and gentlemen, both cars showcase designs essentially that has been re-energized and redefined in their personality. How? It's through the evolution of our brand cues, it's through the introduction of quality focus and technology, and not forgetting enhancing the ownership experience to the maximum so that we are proud to bring you the latest members of our family. To elaborate further, ladies and gentlemen, on the technical powers and improvements on both cars, allow me to call upon the Director of Group Engineering, Encik Hadrin Fazal Harun, to elaborate further. Thank you so much.